Good afternoon, and thanks for having us in. A mother and father are facing federal charges following a deadly drunk driving crash. Sheldon Flute is charged with involuntary manslaughter. Court documents say he was intoxicated when he crashed a car on August 20th near Loneman on the Pine Ridge Reservation. Following the crash, he and Erica Weston are accused of not giving a child proper medical care. They're both charged with felony child abuse. According to their 1-month-old son's obituary, Nico Flute died 1 week after the crash. And weather, it feels a bit chillier out there. We're expecting that chill to still be around when we carve the Thanksgiving turkey, huh, Adam?
Yeah, exactly. It's actually kind of feeling like November outside, which is not something that we've been able to say very often. It's been pretty warm this month. We do get a one-day warm-up in between what we get today, which will be a seasonable day across much of the area, and an unseasonable day by Thanksgiving. But we'll take this one step at a time. Beautiful view from our camera in Pierre, blue skies above. Yeah, it's kind of windy though, 41, a north wind at 16 miles per hour. And we're also looking nice at Great Bear, 38. But you notice the camera's getting jostled around a little bit. Sustained winds out of the north at 21 miles per hour. And we have had a couple of higher gusts over the last hour or so. 38 also your number in Mitchell as well as Huron. 39 Spencer, Worthington at 35. 41 Mobridge and Pierre. 47 Buffalo and Rapid City. We're getting a little close to 50 in Spearfish are at 48. 39 though in Winter. And unless you're in Spearfish, Buffalo or Custer, you're near, if not below, where you were at this point yesterday afternoon, especially near and east of the James River Valley. It's a double-digit difference in many locations. Sioux Falls, for example, 10 degrees cooler now compared to what we had at lunch yesterday. We also have more wind today compared to what we had yesterday, East River as well. But everybody's getting in on a lot of sunshine. We had that cold front move through with a little fanfare. High pressure centered over Colorado is exerting more than enough influence to keep us nice and quiet. The closest any moisture gets to us right now is over Michigan and portions of Indiana and Ohio. But we do have a little bit of something we're going to be watching for Thanksgiving Day itself for some, and then for the weekend proper as well. But until we get there, it's dry. It's windy, but it's dry all the same. Highs on either side of 40 for much of southeastern KELOLAND, but that wind is going to cut through. Meanwhile, to the northeast, again, either side of 40, a little bit cooler toward the Prairie Coteau and a little bit warmer toward the James River. Still a little on the windy side to go right along with it. And West River, we get a bit of a change. It's milder. I won't necessarily say warmer because it's still in the mid-40s to low 50s. It's also not as windy as well. We'll talk about the rest of your 7-day forecast, including an update on your travel outlook tomorrow, coming up in a little bit.
Sounds good. Thank you, Adam. Winter Wonderland at Falls Park at Sioux Falls celebrates 20 years this season. The display features hundreds of thousands of lights and hundreds of displays that turn Falls Park into a magical place when the sun goes down. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, we talk with some of the people who helped get the event off the ground.
It's miles and miles of lights.
It has a regional draw.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, yes.
But when you start out with something new and you try it out, and it's kind of fun to see how it started and how it has progressed over the years.
Winter Wonderland at Falls Park is now on display every night from 5 until midnight. The banquet in Sioux Falls will host its biggest fundraiser of the year on Thanksgiving Day. The fun run for the banquet offers individuals and families an opportunity to build an appetite with a walk or run, including 1 mile, 5K, and 10K events.
It is that Thanksgiving tradition for a lot of families. They get up in the morning, they come out and run, and they go home and they start preparing for their holiday meal.
Hey, I've been there a few times. The fun run for the banquet begins at 8 a.m. on Thanksgiving at the Debbie H. Lyon Fairgrounds. There's a suggested donation of $20 per participant. The banquet hopes to raise $50,000 to help cover the cost of the nearly 200,000 meals the nonprofit serves each year to people in need. In international developments, multiple sources tell CBS News that a deal to release some hostages held by Hamas could come any hour. In addition, Gaza would get a limited pause in the fighting and more aid, including fuel. A senior Hamas official also tells CBS News 150 Palestinian prisoners will be exchanged for 50 hostages. CBS's Ian Lee reports.
Thick smoke fills the air of Gaza, while fierce fighting continues on the ground. This could end, at least temporarily, if a hostage deal is agreed upon.
Mr. President, is a hostage deal near? I believe so, but I'm not prepared to talk to you. So? Yes.
Sources tell CBS News dozens of hostages held by Hamas could be exchanged for Palestinians in Israeli prisons. The deal can't come soon enough for the families of the missing. Last night, some accused far-right lawmakers of not prioritizing their loved ones.
People are dying. We know that for sure. We all feel, especially when we're talking about our families, that this should be the top priority.
The agreement could also include a pause in the fighting to let aid in. The entire population of Gaza, around 2.2 million people, now need food assistance, says the World Food Program. Many try to scrape by, hoping not to get caught up in the fighting. The Hamas-run Ministry of Health claims more than 13,000 Palestinians have been killed, while the State Department confirms at least 6 Americans, including 5 soldiers and 1 border police officer, have died in the fighting since the October 7th attack. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Once the deal is announced, it will still need to be approved by Israel's war cabinet, the full security cabinet, the full government, and the Supreme Court if the deal includes the release of prisoners.